Good evening, you handsome lot. Well, it is Friday yet again. I tell you what, such a short week it has been. We've got 2017 Skoda Yeti. It has covered 43 or 44,000 miles, whatever it is. I'll show you now on screen. We're doing a DSG service. We've also got some filters to change and also some rear discs and pads. Should we get involved and get this car sorted? Right, now I'm going to be starting on the back of the vehicle on the rear discs and pads. Simple reason being, because if I do all the filters and that end first, and then we come to the rear discs and pads and we've got a caliper that's sticking or we run into a little bit of an issue, it's going to be later on in the day and I might not be able to get it in time. So what we're going to do, get these wheels off and have a little look at the brakes. Now, first thing that I've done, 11mm spanner, and just made sure that the bleed nipple is cracked off. It's going to be easier with a caliper bolted to the carrier. We can grab our 13mm and then just, I might have to, where's it gone? Hang on. Get some super duper slimline spanners. I think it's 17. $18mm, is it? 19mm. There we go. Get 19mm, and then we can get them sliders removed. Caliper is now off. Now make sure that the rubber boot around the piston is in a good condition. If it's not, it needs replacing or the caliper servicing because it will cause problems further down the line. We'll get that bleed nipple opened. Chuck my spanner out of the way. We can push that pop back and get rid of all that dirty fluid out the caliper. Now this is also having a brake fluid change at the same time. Now when you're winding these pots back, make sure that you don't twist the rubber boot. And now it's going back. Lovely. With the caliper sorted, let's move on to the discs and pads themselves. Now, the customer did point out to me the brake pads are wearing quite funny. Well, the discs are wearing funny, should I say? And that is because we get a little knocking stick. Them brake pads are actually stuck, seized into that carrier. And they are the original discs, original pads. So I should imagine they've never, ever been apart since factory. I've gone ahead and I've removed the caliper carrier. Now, on some Volkswagen stuff, you don't have to take the caliper carrier off. You can just slide a disc past it. But with it being a 4x4, it is a little bit tighter and we've had to remove it. Now, be careful with the two bolts because they can snap. Good state of the discs. Not the best of them, are they? Right. Get these sliders out. Give these carriers a good clean rooney. How we're going to clean these caliper carriers down is with a pickler needle gun. This thing is absolutely insane and it does get in all the little nooks and crannies and it makes it look like brand new. And there we go, look at them, eh? Looking like brand new. Right, so we go ahead and get these fitted back to the vehicle. Discs, caliper carrier is back on. Now I have re-greased the sliders, so they're nice and free. A little bit of grease on the brake pads, and they should now, we've done everything right, slide beautifully. Doesn't that look a little bit better than when it first came in? Everything now is nice and free, nothing binding, everything as it should be, and I'm going to carry out that procedure on the other side. Right, both rear discs and pads are now done and they're looking like brand new. Now, the customer did also ask me if I could change his brake fluid at the same time because he's got no record of it being done. And he's had the vehicle from new, I think. So So that's what we're going to be doing. And of course we're using the launch brake bleeder, which you'll probably see me using it yesterday on that BMW. Pressurizes the system to 2 bar, and then we open each nipple on all the corners, getting the brake fluid out. I'm not going to bore you doing that because I've done one yesterday. Brake fluid has now been changed. It doesn't look in that bad condition, and the water content was kind of high. I should have showed you really, but not to worry. Right, let's move round to the DSG service. Remove the airbox out of the way. You don't have to, you can take that little pipe off, but the size of my hands are huge. You can't really get down there. 24mm socket. I'm just going to get our hands down now and just, I don't know if you can see it, and just back that filter off a little bit. So when we take the drain plug out, all the oil's not going to have a vacuum on it, it'll just come out nicely. Well, that's the plan anyway. Oh, pull the intake out of the way. Oh, let me show you again. Right, these little straps from Pickler Tools, they are brilliant for doing stuff like this. One-handed, clip it in, and it will just keep it out of the way for you. Brilliant, that, isn't it? Let's get this oil out of this gearbox. Now, I have obviously removed the belly tray. Now, there is a 14mm Allen key drain plug. Get yourself a nice little clean receptacle. 10 litre AdBlue drum is going to be perfect for this. And once we've got this off, we'll let it drain off, and then we'll take the other part out and get all of the oil out. It's a bit dirty, yeah. And then we can go ahead now in a minute and get the other part out, which I will show you. Once it's pretty much stopped dripping out, get yourself an 8mm Allen key. We want to take a fill tube out. You can do it while it's dripping out, but it just saves mess. Wait till it stops. Now these should only be nipped up. And once we removed it, it is going to pour out. A little bit. Like that. It's pretty golden, that oil is. Not going to lie. And while I'm waiting for that gearbox oil to drain, we're going to go ahead and fill our filling tool. And this is a kit that we're going to be using. We are going to be putting 6 litres in it. Get it up to temperature. And then we can set the level on it. And there's a little bit of a faff. If you're going to do it properly. That oil is drained out lovely. Now we need to put this fill tube back in. I've seen these before now, where people have put them too tight. And they've snapped or they're rounded and you can't get them out. They generally need, that is it, hardly anything, not tight at all. Then we need to put our adapter in, our filling adapter. That screws in, again, finger tight. Then we can attach our filling pump. Get it up to pressure. Open the valve and fill that gearbox. Simple as that. Right, well, I'm putting my second lot of oil in now, so 2.5, 3 litres in. And we're going to be using the old sump plug until we've set the level. And once the level's set, then we can fit the brand new can't get my words out. Sump plug. Gearbox oil, topped up for now anyway. I'm going to go ahead, fit the brand new oil filter. Should just click into place. And then the oil filter cap for it, I like to, I've caught it with my hand there, use them as a bit of a service record, so you know exactly when the oil's been changed. Let's put it on. Filter is now in, but now is a great opportunity before we put the airbox back in to change the air filter, give it a good clean out, make sure there's no debris in there. And also, does anybody else like to write the dates on all the filters? Because nothing worse than, oh, it's never been changed, oh, it's had a full service, it's never been changed. Well, there's a date, that's when it was changed. It has been changed. Anyway, let's get it fitted. Right, now my air filter has been replaced and everything is ready to be started. Now I'm following the manufacturer's procedure for doing this, which is on all data. And we need to start the vehicle up, hold it in each gear for 3 seconds. You could do it a couple of times. It's not going to hurt. And then we need to get that engine or gearbox up to, was it in between 35 and 45 degrees Celsius. So we go ahead now, give it a big start, put your foot on the brake, hold it for race mode for 3 seconds, and we can work our way through the gears. Let me take this camera off there. Let's do that a couple of times. Right, let's go ahead now and check this temperature. We need to go into TCM, transmission control module. Okay, and then we need to go read data stream by list. Top right. Temp. Transmission, temperature of the transmission fluid. There we go, we're already at, focus, 19 degrees. Right, well we've just gone over there to 37 degrees, but that is going to be fine. So what we're going to do is get this drain plug out and let that oil drain out. Pretty much like that. And while that's draining out, I am going to go and get that new sun plug. Right, well you might not be able to hear me because this engine is a little bit noisy. Now, it is finished and you do get a little bit of a purge every 20 seconds or so. So we're going to get this plug back in. Like that. And then torqued up to 45 newton meters. Perfect. Right, where's my brake and clutch cleaner? We can give that now a little bit of a clean down. We are making a little bit of progress. We're getting down to the last couple of jobs. We've got brand new fuel filters going in it as well. And always make sure that you suck the fuel out and make sure that the bowl is nice and clean and slide the new one in. Now, because there's going to be air in the fuel system, what we need to do is bleed it. Now, rather than wang it over and faff about and damage a high pressure fuel pump, we're going to go to special function. We're going to go down to fuel line air remove. Start that. This is going to bring up guided functions. Continue. Continue again. What do we need to do? Number 1, bleed the fuel for system. Press number 1, and that now will do its own thing. Should do. Now it has failed that procedure, and I will show you how critical this is. The voltage supply on the engine control module is still too low. Voltage terminal is 12.28 and the spec is 12.5. So this is where you need a battery support. We're going to be putting the GYS on it. And this is where the days are now going to be stopping or just change your fuel filter. You can't really because you need all this stuff to do it. As you can see now, we've got 14.3 volts going into the battery. We go back around to the tool. A lot of factors for a fuel filter. How do you want to proceed? Let's go back. 1. Continue test. And now it is working as it should do. It's gone straight through. Perfect. Now while our fuel system is still bleeding, I'm going to go back to yesterday's video. The days of a £140 service have long gone, unfortunately. Bad, isn't it? But it's the way the world is going at the minute. Technology Technology, eh? Marvellous. Until it goes wrong. After that procedure has finished, turn the ignition off, turn it back on again, and that car should start right up without causing any damage to injectors or high pressure fuel pump. As daft as it sounds, I've seen it done before. When you change your fuel filter, the car won't run again and you're damaged. Just be cautious. Last job of the day is a pollen filter, and I'm halfway through it and I've been disturbed. Anybody recognise him? Anyone recognise him?
Some dodgy mechanic.
Yeah. Some dodgy chap. But anyway, he's doing a bit of servicing and I'm doing a bit of servicing. I think everybody's on the servicing. Right, hang on. I'll speak to you in a minute. Well, you're all going to have to thank Kirby for that, because I've lost me flow and I forgot what I was doing. But anyway, pollen filter is now changed. We're outside in the car, giving a little bit of a test drive, making sure the gears are working as it should do and the gearbox is nice and smooth. And also, we've got no funny noises coming from the brakes after we've had them all apart. And there we go. That is one, well, a few little jobs sorted on a little Skoda Yeti. Now this customer has made a little bit of a holiday, because where we are, it's got like a good caravan site. And what he's done, parked his caravan up there, dropped his car off at the garage, win-win, making a weekend of it. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel already, please make sure you do. We will definitely see you on something next week. Make sure that you all have an absolutely mint weekend. Have a few days off with the family, enjoy it. Put your feet up, chill, and watch this video. But anyway, take it easy, and I will see you next week. Let's get it sent.